First, let's be clear. Joe Biden does not have money yet. He announced the hope for something. He doesn't have money in the bank. He asked for a small amount from the U.S. Congress, but he hasn't gotten it yet. So there's a lot of puffery about that. There is a tendency in the United States right now to badmouth everything about China. This is a game. This is not, I mean, it's a dangerous game, let me say, but it's a game. No matter what good China does, it's badmouthed from Washington. What Italy is facing right now is pressure from the United States, pure and simple, to leave the Belt and Road Initiative, not because it's bad for Italy, but because the U.S. is leaning hard on Maloney, leave the Belt and Road Initiative. This is America's geopolitical game, which I don't like, I don't approve of, I don't think it makes sense for the United States, much less for the world. We should be cooperating. There's a lot of investment to be done, a lot of money to be made in those investments, which is a good thing, but all the bad-mouthing is just geopolitical narrative. And I don't believe that there's anything real in the communique that is anti-China. If there were, there would not have been a communique. Let's put it that way.
So therefore, without sinking into petty blame gaming, in the ongoing tensions between the US and China, the world's two largest economies, do you think that the fault lies more with antagonism on the US side towards China?
It's a funny thing. China's been enormously successful and enormously capable, and that has just scared the United States. And so starting about 8 years ago, the U.S. said, oh my God, China is becoming huge, it's becoming powerful, it's at the cutting edge of technology. What are we going to do about it? Because the mentality in Washington is the need to be number one, not the need to be successful, the need to be number one. That's very hard in this world when China's very successful. So I'm hoping that the bad-mouthing stops. I'm hoping that this nonstop anti-China rhetoric stops. It's dangerous for the world. It's no good for anybody. By the way, China's trade slowdown is because the U.S. is putting up barriers all over the place and encouraging Europe to do the same thing. Is that good for the world? Absolutely not. So I hope the politicians just tone down their rhetoric. And in fact, President Biden said today, apparently in Vietnam, that he met with the premier of China, who was at the G20, and that they had a good conversation. But then Biden characteristically said, oh, the Chinese economy's in crisis. It's a kind of bad-mouthing that is just almost a knee-jerk reflex in Washington right now. I just hope the politicians say a little bit less and let business do its job, which is to promote a healthy world economy.